Hello and welcome to today's episode of Dream Business, Dream Life. Today I'm going to dive straight in. You've done the courses, you've downloaded the freebies, you've joined the memberships, you've sat through masterclasses and signed up to yet another "This is the thing that's going to change everything for me" program. And yet you're still stuck. You're still not making consistent money. You're still feeling overwhelmed and still wondering, what the actual hell am I missing? Well, let me tell you something. It's not you. This episode is going to be a bit of a truth bomb because I want to talk about why all those things haven't worked for you. And let's have a look at what could you focus on instead. So here's the thing that most people don't or won't say out loud. Courses are often designed to sell the dream, not necessarily deliver it. Yeah? Showstopper? What I mean is they'll show you what to do, like this is how you build a funnel or this is how you nail your messaging, but they very rarely show you how to do it. And what I mean by that is they show you how to do it for your business, in your voice, with your audience. They show you how it worked for them. And that's not wrong, but for so many, it just does not work. So no wonder you start to feel as though it's you because you can see it's worked for other people. But you're not a robot. You're not a cookie cutter of somebody else. Now, let me guess. You tried following the steps exactly, letter by letter, but it didn't quite land. So instead of questioning maybe the course isn't the right course for you, you just question yourself. It's me. I'm wrong. I'm no good at this. Sounds familiar? Absolutely. I've been there. The first time I tried to build this business, I bought into all the shiny programs. And I'm not saying they didn't move the needle for me because most of them did, but they were never quite enough. They never quite landed how I wanted them to land. And that's because they didn't take into account me, my business model, my energy, my values, my actual goals. You see, real success isn't about stuffing more information into your brain. It's about having context. It's about having clarity. It's about having the right strategy for where you're at and the right strategy for your values, your dream, and your lifestyle. You don't need more courses. You just need clarity. What is the actual goal here? What do you really already know? What do you know that you're not implementing because you're busy chasing the next shiny thing because you think you're doing it wrong? Another truth bomb here. Strategy without alignment is pointless. If it doesn't feel right to you, you won't do it. Or you'll do it half-heartedly, and then you'll blame yourself when it doesn't work. I've been there, done that too. And let's not even get started on the bro marketing tactics that make you feel like you've got to become a completely different person just to make a sale. Not on my watch. I cannot and will not be shoehorned into a one size fits all, and nor can you. So that's easy. What do we need to focus on instead? Well, first of all, I want you to pause the learning just for a second. Stop trying to plug every gap and instead get honest about where you actually need support. Get honest with how that support works best for you. And then, second, I want you to think about simplifying things. I want you to think about stripping it all back, going back to basics. What do you sell? Who is it for? Why do they need it? And are you talking to them in a way they understand and that actually sounds like you? I always say, if you sound like a different person on your content, on your lives, on your stories, on your podcasts, than you are when they meet you face to face, then you're not doing it right. You need to actually sound like you. And then the third thing I want you to think about is focusing on action over more learning. I say this to my clients all of the time. No, you do not need another course. You just need to implement. Learn, then implement, and then if needed, you can learn some more. But you need to implement what you've already learned. Take messy action, test things, get feedback, refine things and try again. Find the way that works for you because that's where the growth is, not in more PDFs, not in more courses. So here's a little challenge for you this week. I want you to take 10 minutes to look back at the last 3 things you've invested in. What actually helped you move forward? What left you more confused, overwhelmed, or stuck in comparison mode? And then I want you to ask yourself 2 things. First of all, I want you to ask yourself, am I learning or am I avoiding? I've seen this a lot. We stay stuck in student mode when we're actually ready to grow. It feels safer. It feels safer to tell ourselves that we just need to learn a little bit more, but more learning just leads to more overwhelm and often just adds to the confusion. Then I want you to be really honest with yourself. Did you actually implement any of the stuff you learned in those programs? If not, I want you to work out why not. Is it because it didn't feel aligned? Is it because it was really scary, really big things that you needed to do and you perhaps didn't quite feel confident enough to do them? Or do you just not really get how to make that thing work for you? You get the principles, but you can't work out how to put that into your business model. Because getting clarity on that stuff is going to give you some really clear steps that you need to take. And then your next investment is going to be a strategic one. Your next investment will be based on how you actually need to bridge that gap. So let me leave you with this. You are not broken. You do not need fixing. You are definitely not behind. You just need to find an approach that actually works for you. And that's what this podcast was all about, helping you build your dream business and your dream life in a way that feels aligned, honest, and of course, sustainable. Thank you for listening. I will see you next time.